Sebastian, this is what CNN would call a mostly peaceful assassination attempt.
I love my Antipodean brethren, so I feel justified in using some salty language now. Everything you've just played is empirical evidence that none of those people are journalists. They will do and say whatever has to be said. The idea that a bullet traveling 3,000 feet per second actually hits President Trump's ear, and that cretinous little dwarf says, well, shouldn't it have gone into his skull? Was he really shot? As another man behind President Trump, a 50-year-old fire chief who lay on his daughter and his wife to protect them, literally has his cranium blown open as another bullet hits him. And this is why we have to win on November the 5th, because President Trump was right. What was it, 7 years ago, when he said the media are the enemy of the people? They have absolutely no right to be called journalists.
Completely agree with you. Such a good analysis. And also now, a day later, Donald Trump, he's back at it and in fine form. Here we go.
Just finished talking to the former president. You would think that he would be down. I mean, he's in the saddle. He's excited. And I said, is there anything that I could, share with the audience? And he paused for a second and he said, can you just tell him I love him?
Sebastian, is this quintessential Donald Trump, undeterred, getting on with the job? What message is he trying to send?
I got to tell you, I don't get it. I don't comprehend it. I've got an excuse for my pugilistic attitude because of, the family baggage I bring with my parents escaping communism. That guy grew up in Queens. He's a billionaire, mogul who had a TV, reality show for 14 years at the top of the charts. I don't know how he does it. He's 25 years older than me. I couldn't keep up with him in the White House. The fact that, yes, I can't believe I'm saying this. Yesterday, he's almost assassinated. He flew home that night, discharged himself from the hospital, then plays golf today, and then says, oh, yeah, the Republican convention, should we delay that? No. Let's get on Trump Force One. And then he flew to Milwaukee. It's mind-boggling. I don't know what he's made of. It's titanium mixed in with Kevlar, with tungsten steel, and then a little bit of pixie dust, because it's just magical.
He's incredible. I don't know how he does it either, but good to see him going, no, I'm undeterred, getting on with it, let's keep fighting. And I just have to ask you, Sebastian, how hard would this incident be on the family? We saw a statement from Melania Trump. She said, when I watched that violent bullet strike my husband, Donald, I realised my life and Barron's life were on the brink of devastating change. I am grateful to the brave Secret Service agents and law enforcement officials who risked their own lives to protect my husband. How terrifying would this be for Melania too?
Yeah, Melania is also absolutely unique, and they broke the mold when they made her. When I was in the White House, she was one of the most gracious human beings I've ever met. If your viewers haven't done so, you can find on my Twitter feed, just go to Seb Gorka, SEBGORKA, read her 2-page letter to the American people that she released earlier today. And it's one of the most beautiful pieces of writing I've ever seen about what this means, the fabric of the republic being rent asunder, and how love is the way. And with love and dedication, love of country, love of family, love of God, we can fix everything. So I cannot imagine what she was feeling when she saw that footage, when the Secret Service really failed to secure that perimeter at the event, and then seeing her husband covered in blood and then raising that fist. I mean, that's who Donald Trump is. So I'd request all of the Sky News viewers is just keep her, keep the president, keep Eric, Lara, Don Jr., the whole family in your prayers, and pray for the future of America, because we need normality back. We need a president who makes sure there aren't wars around the world like when we were in the White House. And we need to stop the crazies. I mean, look, I'm no fan of Bill Clinton, especially for what he did with that 21-year-old intern. But at least he was a Democrat who would rein in the crazies. right now, you can't name one Democrat in a leadership position who reins in the crazies. On the contrary, they're putting the petrol on the bonfire. As a result, it's up to us, it's up to the patriots, it's up to President Trump and everybody who loves America to make sure he has a landslide victory, and then we can start to rebuild America and just shun the crazies.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's a very good point. And I just want to ask you about Ivanka Trump, because she stayed by her father's side as he spent the night in his estate recovering. Tell us about their relationship. How close is Donald Trump to his daughter Ivanka?
As close as two loving people can be who are father and daughter. I mean, she was a colleague of mine in the White House. Her husband was an incredibly impressive guy who was head of innovation, and beyond that, he brought us the historic Abraham Accords that he negotiated with two other people that brought peace between Israel and 5 other nations, which was rent asunder when Biden arrived, reversed everything, and then we saw the greatest loss of Jewish life since the Shoah, since the Holocaust on October the 7th. So I'm not surprised that she was there at his bedside. I don't think he needed anybody by his bedside because he was hitting those holes in one earlier today. But the fact is, that's what a loving look. You can judge a man by his children, right? And you look at this family and you say, wow, I have even more respect for President Trump because I look at these amazing children and I know them all. I mean, I know Don Jr., I know Eric, I know Lara, his wife, who's a colleague of my wife in the Republican Party. And Ivanka was a colleague of mine, just amazing people who are trying to follow in their father's gargantuan footsteps.
Well, they just look like such a terrific family. Sebastian Gorka, really appreciate your insights. Thank you so much for joining us on the program this evening.
God bless. Keep us in your prayers, please, my friends.